Heyo everybody, Haku here with 7 Jump Week, and this is the biggest one so far. There's a ton to read this week because we have Excuse Me Dentist, It's Touching Me, Chapter 21, Phantom Seer Chapter 28, I Tell C Chapter 8, Witch Watch Chapter 7, and 'Tis Time for Torture Princess Chapters 88 and 89. So there's a ton of stuff this week to get to and to read. As always, I'm extremely excited to read all of it. Jump generally with Hero Academia was really good this week. With what's going on with Phantom Seer, I'm extremely excited because this arc has been really, really great. ITLC also is in a place where it's like, I have no idea where the story is going right now, and hopefully what's happening right now, I said it like last week, I hope that whatever happens does like lead to a bunch of consequences for the main story that they stick to, because there's a lot of craziness happening there. Witch Watch is just fun all the time. 'Tis Time for Torture Princess. If I were to do a Jump and Jump Plus tier list, it might go in S tier for me. I love it. And the one we're going to start with, Excuse Me Dentist, Is Touching Me, is doing really, really well in terms of the ratings it's getting on Manga Plus. Plus, it's just like, I don't know, it's so funny. It's one of the funniest manga to me. So yeah, either way, I'm going to go ahead and start us off with Excuse Me Dennis, It's Touching Me chapter 21, but as always, if you just want to jump to certain series, if you don't watch or read all 5 of these, at the little bottom bar thing, you can jump to different chapters in the video. But yeah, either way, let's start getting into reading all these. Okay, starting off with Excuse Me Dennis, It's Touching Me, we got chapter 21. And these chapters don't have titles. I was just looking to see if there was one. Okay, so we're starting off where we left off with, I really like, I think her name's Akuya. I like the sort of Amadiver Akuya here. And Kurosumi. Alright then, what to do? Usually, taking you to the police station would be the best thing to do, but... And we of course have the best cop. The most dangerous place in this town is the police station. He's so good, Mima. The shorts. Well, I mean, I'm assuming they didn't start as shorts. That's so good. I'm certain that if you ask the police officer for directions, in the end, you'll be sent back to a parallel world via Yakuza's house. Hey Mima, were you reported again? Where else could we go for help? Is there anything troubling you today? Let's go to the dentist. What? Where did that idea come from, Takuma? Old man, what are you doing out here? Hold on. Kokyo-kai's head, Sen Kurosumi. And he looks like extremely, extremely young. I was not expecting that look. Back at you. Hanging out with a young girl so late at night? She's not underage, is she? She's just lost. Lost. And then he looks. She's. Hey Takuma, what's she doing here? Oh, old man, you know her? Who wouldn't know her? She's an Amadiver, no matter how you look at her. Which sea did she come from? She was turned into an Amadiver when she came back from the parallel universe. You're a grown adult now. Stop living in a fantasy world. Anyway, she'll catch a cold like this. Take care of her for the night. Huh? What are you saying, old man? We're a family of Yakuza. It's better than leaving a lost kitten alone in a town full of Yakuza. The safest place in this town is our place, the Yakuza's house. You're insane. Hey, where are you going? Just going to meet an old friend of mine. Sheesh. Man, to think she'd come back as an Amadiver, says freaking Egaki. I wonder if Mikaze lent Miss Amadiver some proper clothes. Oh, and that's the same deer sweater from before. And just getting stared down. Hey you, is it true that you aren't Mr. Takuma's fiancé? Then, let's eat dinner together. Mikaze, could you bring her dinner and mine to my room? I want to speak with her privately. And then, the shock. Sorry, I can't have you knowing too much about this family. You're the fiancé of a son of a Yakuza, right? Of another family. And he just looks so imposing. Don't worry, I won't do anything to you. There's just one thing I want to ask you. And she flinches as he makes a paper cup phone. Now, can you talk without feeling scared? I want to stay away as much as possible, too. Such a nice person. For the sake of our respective families, I won't ask for the details. However, there is one thing I want to ask you. You don't hate the idea of marrying the son of a Yakuza? And she looks down. I don't. Why do you think that? Because he acknowledged me, who was unable to change just the way I am, which is why I thought that I could change by showing my weakness. What did you want to change? My teeth alignment. Teeth alignment? He just yells. What a coincidence. I also got the courage to change myself from a certain someone. What did you want to change? My oral hygiene. Oral hygiene! These two. As my mouth got cleaner, the future I thought I'd never be able to change started to feel like it could be changed with my own power. That person said that even a Yakuza like me is the same as any other person. They said that I was just a toilet. I was told uneven corn kernels. And they would nod to each other. I feel like your fiancé and the person I have feelings for are similar in some respects. I'll take you to a proper police station in a different town tomorrow. Then you'll be able to meet that person. I met him earlier. What? Was he in the parallel world? Nope, in this world. Then why'd you come back? When I reunited with him, he was afraid of change. He didn't laugh like before when I showed him my teeth. What I wanted to change wasn't just my teeth alignment. I want with that person. Then I guess I want to be with that person, maybe? Or maybe it was cut off on purpose. Then you should be the one to lead him this time. It's not easy for people to change, especially a Yakuza like me. Of course he's scared, and we see the growth of Kurosumi the Unmoving. That's hilarious. The little baby him being exactly the same. That's why. You should be with him. You should be with him through his journey. And she smiles. Then, let's eat, then brush our teeth. And we have the two, gosh, I'm forgetting names, and it's only been like 2 weeks that we had off. Yeah, I'm forgetting their names, brothers. It'll come back to me. It reminds me of something else. That's how I usually remember it, but not coming to me right now for some reason. And we have the two of the girls sleeping. Akuya, Takioka, that's it. Takioka, where are you? Where in the world did they go? I was able to see them until they got up the other cliff. I hope they aren't in a dangerous situation again. And then, we have Tamori running into his dad, I think? Whoa, I'm so... And then there's a cat. Old man. An old man and his cat. Oh, and he has a bunch of kittens. Alright, that was funny. Just a usual nonsense comedy we're used to, but with some fun character stuff as well. Alright, that was nice. Not too much to say about it, just a normal comedy chapter and everything, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and move on to Phantom Seer. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I thought it was really funny. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move on to Phantom Seer real quick. Phantom Seer Chapter 28. Alright everybody, time for Phantom Seer Chapter 28, where we're going to get the main character saving the day. Probably. But yeah, I don't know. I've been loving this arc, so it's always going to be interesting to see where that goes. But the chapter is called Fuka Yukizuki, so I don't know if that's going to be... Because we see Iori on the front page here clicking onto it. When I first saw the name, I was like, Amelia keeps calling the puppet master Retta, so I assumed that was her name, but maybe Fuka Yukizuki is the puppet master's real name. But then after clicking onto this and getting reminded of Iori and stuff, and like whoever this is in the second panel, maybe that... Oh, I don't remember if we've already gotten the name of the girl that Iori lost before. So I don't know if that might be her name. But yeah, either way, let's see what we get. Phantom Seer, Chapter 28. I'm pretty sure we have gotten her name, and I don't remember if that's it. Kid. Okay, it's okay. I'll heal you. Damn it. Why am I remembering that now? Yo, and we see the doll god. The art is so good in this series. This big 2-page spread of the doll god here. And it's like a yarn ball in the center with all the others trapped. That's so cool. I kind of wish we got to see more of Riku fighting. But oh well, I guess she's just designated healer. Oh, the other one's here now. Hey, let's play. Let's see if you can take back your friends. Haibetsu, Kenma, and Miss Kondo. And he starts to form his sword. Looks like he'll play with you. Or it looks like he'll play with you. Yay! That won't do, Iori, says Yayoi through his phone. And he's trying to block the rope attacks. But it's knocking him around. Come on, more. If you don't hurry, I'm gonna kill everyone except the beckoning hand. Oh, right. I was gonna break his right arm. And then the ropes grab onto Kenma's arm. And they actually break it. This is insane. I love this series. It's so crazy. Poor Kenma too. He was MVP throughout most of this. Kenma! Iori. Summon Ongyoki. It's the only thing that can fight that phantom. So I wonder if Yayoi trying to push him into a situation where he has to summon Ongyoki and control him without letting him run rampant and kill all his friends. I can't, sis. If I summon Ongyoki, he'll devour everyone. So yeah, I wonder if that's what we're trying to get into here, is trying to push Iori into using it and having control. I see. Then what will you do? Will you leave them to die? No, I don't want to kill anyone. Isn't that the same? Not using your powers even though you can help. Bratty little brother, you have to make your choice. Leave them to die, or summon him. That's, again, I love the paneling in this series. I think that's something that sets Phantom Seer apart from a lot of the other stuff I read. There's a lot of really creative paneling, and it always looks so good. Leave them to die, or summon him. Summon him and then what? I can't control Ongyoki. Won't I just be repeating the past, like that time, with Yukizuki? And we go fully into the past. Ow, what was that for, Yukizuki? Okay, so we had black hair then. I mean, that would make sense, but still, I just thought this was, one of those series where instead of normal hair colors, it was just normal for weird hair colors to happen. What was that for, Yukizuki? Hey kid, you're just as cheeky as ever. Fuka Yukizuki, beckoning hand. My job at the time was to protect her. Thanks for looking after me again, kid. Hey, stop it. Yukizuki was pushy. Honestly, I don't get along with people like that. And then we see he uses Ongyoki's arm to take down some kind of phantom. Wow, impressive as usual, kid. One shot, but gross. Yukizuki, don't you get it? I'm famous in the shaman world right now. It's mostly because of my sister. I shouldn't be wasting time looking after someone. Cheeky. She scolds him. Huh? And then, what the? Hey kid. Damn it, the spirit wounds from Ongyoki are getting bad. It comes on like an attack after I use him. Okay. It's getting worse. Damn it, settle down. Settle down. Hey, kid. What? The spirit wound's going away. Yukizuki? It's alright. I'll heal you. I have the ability to suppress spirit wounds. Has it stopped? Yeah. Good. And then she bunks him. Why? You brat. You were always holding it in. If it hurts, say it hurts. I'm a shaman. I won't. So what? You have to say so from now on. Just because you're a shaman doesn't mean you should be sacrificing yourself. I hadn't been scolded like that in a while. At that time, my sister was overseas. I was living on my own. After that, Yukizuki always suppressed my spirit wounds, even though I was the one who was supposed to protect her. Before I knew it, Yukizuki became my support. Then, about a year after I met Yukizuki, and we see the fight with Senjudoji. Senjudoji appeared. Because I expended so much power in my battle against her, I was overwhelmed by Ongyoki. Yukizuki rescued me, but then Yukizuki died, and we see the color draining from his hair. That's when I finally realized that Yukizuki's power was absorbing spirit wounds. The spirit wound spread throughout her body. Yukizuki passed away. Okay, so she wasn't taken by Senju, but she actually died. Unless we're gonna get into some weird shit where she's actually alive. Which, I mean, it's shonen, like, so I could totally see. I didn't notice until it was too late. Yukizuki had been sacrificing herself to save me. After that, I was afraid of anyone sacrificing themselves for me. I made the conscious decision to stop using my powers. I don't want to repeat the past. And he's thinking about all of this as he uses the key. Alright, next chapter, March 28th. That was good. I like this. We got a bit of backstory. I like Yukizuki a lot, though. Her design was so good. That's another thing I really like about the series. The character designs are so good in that, like, they're simple and normal, but they just look great. I don't know what it is. Like, Yukizuki is a very normal-looking character, but she looks great. And the same goes for, like, Riku. Kenma especially is a really good one. Kondo is really great. And even Iori, who is sort of the most fantasy-ish looking, is still kind of just normal looking, but really good. I love the character design here. And then, of course, like, the Puppet Master stuff, like Emilia and Retta look amazing, and all the monster designs are amazing, too. So yeah, I don't know. I just really love this series. So yeah, we'll see where this goes next. But for now, just know that I enjoyed this, and I'm going to move on to ITLC Chapter 8. ITLC Chapter 8. No clue what's going to happen here. Because, I mean, Ukon got shot, which is insane, and it seems like the bad guy here is getting stabbed by the guy who somehow survived. I guess it got hit in the shoulder, not in the head, as it seemed before. I don't know, I feel like the character stuff has been really, really good for the characters. But I just don't know where this is going right now. Like, it makes me wonder, like, what I hope is, like, it's like, I don't want one of the main characters to die, but, like, if the bad guy had just straight up shot Sakon last chapter, that would have been insanity, because we get faked out that he's, like, basically kind of the main character, and then he gets killed off. Or if Ukon took the bullet and died for him, then it would add so much into Sakon's character and how his future development could go. So I don't know. I just hope there are some, like, real serious consequences for everything going on here. Also, I find the killer really interesting, how he's sort of purposefully dispassionate, and he disconnects himself from the world and views other people as just characters in the story he's telling, which fits in with the way that Ai sees all these other people as people. She sees them, even though they're murderers and everything, there was something that led to them being murderers. That doesn't make it okay for them to be murderers, obviously, but she seeks to find out sort of how they ended up that way. But it's different for this guy because there isn't an emotional reason behind it. There isn't like a deep connection that seems to have set him on this path. He's doing it from an arm's length, kind of, emotionally. And it seems as though he wasn't her kidnapper, but rather he killed her kidnapper, or either he was her kidnapper, and he killed the person she was in love with, who just so happened to be just a guy, and he ended up taking the fall for it when this guy killed him. So we don't even know if this guy's name is his real name, or who the other guy was, but it's very, very interesting. So let's jump into Chapter 8, Grasp, not Gasp. And we see the guy getting slashed on the back. It's Nobuto Ohira. He's come to rescue Miss Aoi? Huh, seems things just got a little more entertaining. What a shame, too. And he just runs off. Because the odds just aren't in my favor right now. Hold it. Sorry, I feel like a sneeze is coming on. And Nobuto chases after him. Mr. Nobuto, come back, it's dangerous, says Aoi. Sakon, don't worry about me, go after him. But, oh darn, hits the cliff. Ah well, since Risa's already such a compelling character, I may as well work on Sakon's development instead. His finger is like super long. Holy crap. Sakon's development instead. I'll script out a bunch of cases for it, and then he gets grabbed, presumably by Nobuto. Hey now, don't tell me you plan on dropping me. If I fall from here, there's a 9 in 10 chance I'll die. Please, have mercy. Let go. Whoops. Oh? If this were a story, a person could survive falling off a cliff from this height. Oops, clumsy me, I fell, and he grabs onto his tie. If this were a story, a person could survive falling off a cliff from this height. On the other hand, you on the other hand might die. I won't, though. And then he's dragging Nobuto down. Surprised you can hold on in your condition. No. And then Aoi grabs onto him. I won't let you die. Oh no. And then freaking Sakon grabs on as well. Safe. I made it. Mr. Sakon, please pull up Mr. Nobuto. If I let go, you're going down with him, Miss Aoi. Let go of my hand. You'll fall too, says Nobuto. But if I do, you'll end up... No, I'm a bad guy, beyond redemption. I don't have enough lives to atone for what I've done. So I want you to take the one I do have, and use it to beat the bad guy. That's what I want. Okay, in the name of love, thank you. And she lets go of him. If we get an ambulance out here fast enough, I'm sure we can save him, so please, connect. And then they run back off. Ukon, we'll get you down the mountain and patched up in no time. Listen, I know my body better than anyone. It's too late. Mr. Ukon, I'm so sorry, it's my fault. If Nobuto Uehara hadn't come, he would have killed us all. The power of your love saved you, and Sakon as well. I should have picked up on that power sooner. I'm sorry. Don't cry, Sakon. Nobody likes a crybaby. Then again, there's no way, like, he could have known that the murderer guy would turn out to be, like, so easily swayed back to good. And also, more importantly, that there was an even bigger bad behind the bad. You decided to trust Aoi and accept her into your life. And that wasn't the wrong choice after all. You really are just like Dad. You should take Aoi's hand. You can still be a cool, unyielding hero who protects what he wants. So be one. I was too late. Too late to be a hero like those I admired, to be a hero like Dad. No. You're a darn fine hero, bro. You don't say. Jeez. So again, man, they really went serious with this. They killed off Ukon this quickly. I didn't expect it, but again, that just like, I don't know, I feel like it adds so much going forward that they can play off of. Again, it was like so early that we didn't get as attached to him as we could have, but the fact that it happened so early, like the shock factor in it, is something in itself. The time came to close the book on our case. Those falling leaves, those hands losing warmth, those better days, all of it never to return, for the time marched on. Who cares about the Uehara case? It's ancient history. A member of the force is dead. We told you that woman would drag us down one day. We cannot tolerate Risa Aoi here any longer. Okay, so we're seeing the person that she was working with then. The main issue is that Kagamino's corpse was nowhere to be found, which means he might have survived. We've turned a blind eye to Aoi and your actions in order to arrest him, but not this time. As Aoi's parent, okay. Just how do you intend to take responsibility for this? Okay then. So again, we're just adding so many more layers into this. They're likely discussing what to do with us right now. Worst case scenario, I'll get arrested for all my crimes thus far. That'd be spinning it to fit their own narrative. Who do you mean, when you said him that day? Okay, he's someone very kind, who has a heart as docile as the moonlight. He's my special someone. Kidnapping me was all Hikaru's plan, and in order to get my special someone back, Hikaru's presence is necessary. So he kidnapped you under Kagamino's orders, correct? That means this man of yours is a victim himself? I'm positive that Hikaru is going to ruin yet another person's life. Gut, that no-good dirtbag. Look what you've done to my poor brother. Stupid, stupid, stupid idiot. Ukon, well, I haven't been able to do anything yet. I don't deserve to be called a hero. But that won't do. In order to ensure that no more lives are lost, I need to use any means necessary. Miss Ayawi, let's arrest Kagamino together. Starting tomorrow, I'll be cool. I'll never yield, and I won't cry. That's the hero I'll be. As of tomorrow, I'll be what Ukon wanted me to be. I'll be a cool hero. Okay, and I won't let Hikaru do as he pleases any longer. The next time we shed tears, it'll be after we close the book on this story. That's your love, is it, Sakon? Okay, now we see your parent. Brotherly love, it can bring a tear to your eye. Having a younger brother myself, I know how you feel all too well. Sorry though, Risa needs to take responsibility for her actions. She's gone a tad overboard, you see. Chief. Risa, I'm afraid you'll need to die. What? Tokyo Metro Police, 1st Criminal Investigation Division Chief, Akiraka. So I wonder if they're going to fake her death then, maybe, is what this is leading to. Because it seems like the two of them are probably going to go off the books and use criminal means. This is interesting. It just felt like what we've read up to this point was basically a prologue, and now we're getting into the actual story now that we've gotten some introduction. But yeah, that was really good. I liked it a lot. Again, it's sad to see Ukon go out so early, but at the same time, I think it adds a lot to the story. We see Akiraka, and I love how they made parent kind of vague, and there's no real way to tell, is Akiraka her father or mother from this? Like, I don't know, from their design, I can't tell. So I don't know, this is interesting. I'm enjoying it so far, though. And let's move on to Witch Watch Chapter 7, I guess. Okie dokies, Witch Watch Chapter 7, Witch's Delivery Service. So yeah, let's see what we get this time. What the heck? Where'd all these packages come from? Oh, those are mine. I asked my mom to send them to me. There's a ton. Or, there's a ton. What are they? Oh, it's my manga collection. I have all of Kochikame and Golgo 13 and Oishinbo. That's a ton of manga. Yeah, Golgo 13 is something that I've, like, basically never heard of here in the US, but when you look at, like, the best-selling manga of all times, it's always, like, really, really high up, and it's like, what on earth is this just one of those series that's, like, massive in Japan but never really caught on in the West? Because I feel like that happens, like, from time to time, where a series will do okay in Japan, but for some reason, like, as much as it does well in Japan, it, like, really blows up in the West. Like, I think a good example is, well, I guess two good examples. Full Metal Alchemist did, like, again, really well, of course, in Japan, but internationally, massive. Like, one of the hugest things, like, in anime internationally. And I would say Hero Academia kind of is in the same boat, where, don't get me wrong, it does very, very well in Japan, but not as well as a lot of other manga, interestingly. But internationally is where the market for it is huge. So I wonder if Golgo 13 is just one of those where it's, like, really big in Japan, but outside of Japan, we haven't really given it much respect. A letter. Oh, it's from my mom. Why would Miss Ibiki send me a letter? Morihito, I'm sorry I've asked so much of you lately. I thought about it a lot and decided it was best to ask you for help. Currently, I'm in a village called Yuzenkyo. It's the place where our ancestors settled when they immigrated to Japan to escape the witch hunts. It's a holy land to us witches, and it was here that I brought Nico to train. I chose to stay behind because this is the best place to boost my magical energy. Prophesizing requires a lot of power, and I can't say for certain if my attempts have been successful. To get more detailed information on the disaster awaiting Nico, I expect it'll take several more months of training. And is Mom best girl? I hope you'll keep her safe until then. Oh, and please help her with her studies, and make sure she spends her allowance wisely, and don't spoil her too much. Scold her when needed. Wow, that's a lot of responsibility. You've always been very helpful, Morihito. Mom, guess what? Moi helped me with my science project for class. Nico, you really should try to do your homework by yourself first, and not go straight to Morihito for help all the time. And we see him just painting this nice portrait in the background. Thank you for always being there for us, Morihito. Moi, are you done yet? Help me carry my boxes. That's your problem. Do it yourself. What? Why? I'm not going to spoil you. I'm going to scold you when needed. Oh no, reading that letter from my mom must have boosted his sense of responsibility. Okay. I'll carry them myself. Super light. No magic. Why not? Because it's more trouble than it's worth, especially the after effect of that one. Makes things way too heavy, like your personality. Wait, what? Are you implying that you hate gloomy girls? That hurts, Moi. Why are you acting like your personality's already heavy? Stop trying to use magic as a shortcut all the time. That's your Kochikame and your Golgo. You get to carry them up to your room. But the Golgo is my mom's. Heh, I know of a spell that'll let me carry them myself, while also boosting my efficiency. Double it. So is she gonna make a copy of herself then? There's two of you, and wait, she divided, but she's small because of it. Wow, I guess magic can be useful at times. Well, have you changed your mind? And his face gets serious. But you're so small. Wait a second, that spelled double something, but each copy's only half the size. Okay, let's hurry up and carry these to our room. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, it's too heavy. Here, I'll help. And the two of them are working together. So it's not like any help whatsoever. Easy peasy, and they're both carrying it. Wait just a second. This is pointless. That isn't efficient at all. You have more hands to help, but you're still only carrying enough for one person. And she looks confused. She doesn't get it. Her brain power must have been halved too. Boy, magic is so handy. Hold it, quit acting like this is, I think, their funniest joke so far. Is her splitting into two. But like them just being like half the size, half the brain power, and not understanding that the two of them aren't any better than the one whole they split from. Hold it, quit acting like you've accomplished something, you pint-sized idiots. Easy peasy. Great, they aren't listening. All I can do is watch. Being her guardian can be so irritating. Oh, I have an idea. If we both use double it again, then both of us will be copied. That'll mean there'll be 4 of us, right? That's it. What's it? Double it. 4 quarter-size Nikos, and they're all tiny. 1, 2, 3. This is still pointless. That spell isn't helping. It halves your strength each time. So no matter how many copies you make, your overall strength is still that of one person. And of course it'd be like that. If it could ignore the law of conservation, then the energy and food crises wouldn't exist anymore. Oh, how about I whistle to keep the pace? Oh, then I'll say hup 2 to count. I'll say hup 2 2. Me 3, I'll say hup 2 2. Just hurry and do it. And the 4 of them are just carrying the box. And halt. What are you staring at? What the heck? Why'd you suddenly stop like that? Enough of this. I'll carry them. Boy, that sure went quick. Yeah, he's really strong. He's an ogre of a mover. A mover ogre. He. Hey, how long are you gonna stay 4 people? Hurry and go back to normal. Just a little longer. No going outside either, understood? Do I look like a preschool teacher to you? Oh, right, I didn't finish reading the letter. Where was I? Morihito, there's something I need to tell you. I've seen another prophecy. Beware of raindrops and dogs, for they shall bring disaster. Raindrops and dogs? What's that supposed to mean? Is the disaster that Nico gets attacked by a dog? Don't tell me she's... Eek! Nico! And there's a dog chasing one of the tiny Nikos. Moi, help me! And he grabs her and takes the bite to save her. Why, are you okay? Gosh, I'm sorry, Sonny. Champ just kinda got away from me. Dogs sometimes slip out of their collars. It happens. I can overlook it this time. Phew. However, I hope you'll be as forgiving when other beasts slip their collars too. and we see him in Oni mode with the bull and tiger. That's actually a really great panel. Like, this would fit in a much more serious manga. It looks so good. I'm sorry. And the dog barks, I'm sorry. There. I know you were scared. Let's go home, okay? Moi-wa. I'm so sorry. What are you apologizing for? Because I got super carried away and split myself into 4 people and messed around, and you got bit by a scary dog because of that. Okay, it's fine. Just be good for the rest of the day, okay? I'll go make some coffee and milk for me. And then he opens up a letter to see some sort of magical circle. I put a spell on this board. It'll vanish when the danger to Nico is past. It should help you know when you're safe or if disaster's still imminent. So the dog from earlier wasn't related. Dogs and rain. What kind of disaster could they bring? If only I knew when to expect it. Well, I guess it's safe to assume that it'll probably happen on a rainy day. Knowing that makes it a bit easier to guard her. The weather will worsen across Japan and Western Japan and the Kanto region, bringing rain and possible thunderstorms in the evening. Oh? Are we going to have like a werewolf then, or something? Because like I said, I've just been expecting us, and I wonder is this one of the characters from their class, but I said like last chapter that or the chapter before last, that I'm kind of expecting there to be more like supernatural people, I don't really know what to call them, other than just the witch and ogre. So yeah, let's move on. I thought that was really good. I thought that was a lot funnier than last chapter. Not that I disliked last chapter or anything, because I did like it. I just think this is maybe one of the funniest ones since like the first one. The first one was really, really good. And this is one of the best ones since then when it comes to comedy. A couple of the school ones have been like really funny and done some good character stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is one of the best so far. But either way, gonna move on to 'Tis Time for Torture Princess to finish out the week. Thank you for watching Witch Watch though, and I hope you enjoyed it. And now we finish off with 'Tis Time for Torture Princess chapters 88 and 89. This is, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, this would be like S tier if I did a tier list of Jump and Jump Plus series. It's so good. I love it. I love the characters. I love the art. Everything about this is amazing. There was something else I was going to say. Oh yeah, chapter 90 just came out this week, so next week we'll do 90 and 91 and be all caught up. So yeah, let's do 88 and 89 here. And we're starting off with Torture in the sweater. So cute. She's adorable. Princess, no matter how cold, the torture never stops coming. 'Tis time for torture. You don't feel like today's kinda, unbearably cold? There was a snow squall last night, after all. The snow was piled up outside the castle. Wait, did it actually snow enough to pile? Really? Snow? Says the princess, getting excited. Whatever has you fidgeting so? I'm not fidgeting at all. Hee hee. 'Tis merely jest, princess. I understand. She is the cutest in the world. I don't think there is an anime/manga character cuter than Torture. Look at how adorable she is. 'Tis a waste to stay in here all day, while there's so much snow waiting for us. Let's take a day off Torture and play in the snow. Oh, it's adorable. We have maomao-chan and the little polar bear with Crawl. Vanilla's there, as well as Inky and Yoki and X. What are we gonna do? Hee hee hee. And Yoki's making a snowball. Eat this, Princess Chan. And she just catches it without even looking. A snowball fight? Nice. Of course Princess is gonna be OP. Huh? What? Wah! And Yoki just gets destroyed. You two are making a snowman? Heh heh heh. This won't just be any old snowman. It's gonna be the world's biggest snowman, says Maomao. I'm the noble daughter of the illustrious House Pashoots. I think it's actually Pashoots. Yeah, because I read it on the one chapter when they went ice skating. It was written in katakana on the building. I think it's Pashoots. I'm an expert at making snowmen, and I'm good at making clay dolls, so I should be a pro at making a snowman. For sure, maybe. Okay, I just said that Torture was the cutest, but Maomao-chan is so adorable. Can I help? Sure. And they all make their snowman. Ta-da! It's perfect. This is so cute. We made a pretty big one, huh? I am the daughter of the most prestigious House Pashoots and the most esteemed snowman maker among them. It was only natural. Yeah, Vanilla-chan, the snow you packed on was so round. You really are a pro. Thanks for helping, Inoue-san. No, oh, no, it was a team effort, of course, and I can't help but kind of, like, the shoujo eye lover in my heart can't help but kind of ship Princess and Vanilla. 'Tis quite a large snowman. Have you been shoveling, Torture? Oh, she's so cute. Look at her little smile. Hee hee, not exactly. 'Twas in fact a snow house that we were building, and she built it with Crawl. And what's more, 'tis no ordinary snow house. A kotatsu, all kinds of all kinds of party games. Shichirin, which is one of those little charcoal girls, yeah. It's a snow expert snow house. Whoa. And they all chill inside. Though wouldn't the warmth of the kotatsu make things all like muddy and melty? That would probably not be the funnest. Alright. Alright, 'tis grilled and ready. It's so yummy I could submit here and now. Not the time, or not this time, please. The Hellholm Outdoor Hot Spring, and we have, oh my god, the freaking Hell Lord, the best. Yeah. Also, oh my gosh, I forget his name. I knew the names of these two from the basketball chapter, but now I don't remember him anymore. The pig guy's name starts with a K, but can't remember it off the top of my head right now. Nothing better than this. Enjoy all 4 seasons the best you can. I love this series so much. That chapter was amazing. Okay, moving on to chapter 89 to finish this off. Alright, and it's going to be so hard not to read 90 when I'm done with this. Princess. She's filled with determination. 'Tis time for torture. Bring on any torture you like. I'm the princess and the commander of the 3rd Legion of the Imperial Army. I won't submit to you. Faster to the tagline than usual today. Hee hee, today's torture, 'tis one in which I'm quite confident, to speak truthfully. What? 'Tis one you too must have asked yourself. Why has she never deigned to employ such a torment before now? That's right. Today's torture shall be Emile Boulet. 'Tis the meal every child loves. Its popularity equals that of curry and steak. Simply hearing the name calls its every detail to mind. You must already be resigned to submitting to today's torture, nay? What's that? She says, huh? Did you not hear me say Emile Boulet? It's Emile Boulet, the dish where Emilbu meat is cooked with various spices. Spicing the Emilbu steak serves to erase the Emilbu's gamey flavor. The typical species Zenny and Ballier, but it varies from home to home. You lost me. Is it perhaps a traditional Hellworld dish? You mean to say that no place but the Hellworld has Emile Boulet? It's like watching an out-of-towner realizing their country speech isn't common language. Alright. Well, anyway, too bad, so sad, but your mystery food has no hold over me. That's right. Today is a victory for Her Highness. Do you truly not know about Emile Boulet? This is a plate of Emile Boulet. And she puts it out. I've never seen that before in my life, but it looks delicious. Your Highness? No, X, it's not. I was simply overwhelmed by my natural instinct as a princess to simply desire to eat any food that's put in front of me. No princess is predisposed to that nature. The beast known as Amilbu primarily habitate high mountain climbs. Its form is something akin to an amalgam of a goat and a boar, and its meat is tender to the point it melts on the tongue. The moment it reaches one's mouth, the rich flavor permeates every corner, and, lest one forget, these tree berries, the Magachiko berries, must be popped my OBS window for some reason popped open. It does that just sometimes randomly. Discord does it too. Must be popped and squeezed directly onto the emilbu steak. It's a somewhat strong sour flavor, but having them together with the emilbu's richness, the sourness of the magachiko berries, blends perfectly. Truly a most magnificent taste. The best. Gwa! Your Highness. The princess's internal dialogue. Get it together, jailbird princess. How can you possibly give in to such an unknown meal? But, lady princess, it just looks so yummy. What happened to your princessly pride? Like you've never snuck into the royal kitchen to gorge on oysters. Control yourselves, you two. Night, princess. I love this, the internal princesses. I can't bear to watch the two of you squabble. Quiet yourselves and take in the situation. We've certainly had more than a fair number of times at the palace when incomparably beautiful meals have been brought out for us. Yet we ate them all the same without knowing what they were. You're absolutely right. We put on a strong, firm face, but in our mind, what's with this jelly or something around it? I don't really know what it is, but it sure is delicious. Was what we were thinking. Exactly. If we don't know, we can just find out. That's right. Your Highness? And I love how she's always talking herself into... We're seeing how she's always talking herself into falling for it. Oh, her face is so calm and determined. It's like all troubling thoughts have left her. I see that you've endured it this time. Like I knew you would, Your Highness. The princess talked. Hoo-wee, that's yummy. Rulu powder is recommended for the dish as well. Huh, really? What's that? Oh, wow, I have no clue what it is, but it really is delicious. Don't think, feel. Ah, that's so good. I'm going to hold off for now on reading chapter 90 until next week. I'm gonna stand my ground, end this one here. Thank you so much for watching. Those two chapters were amazing. Chapter 88 might be one of my favorite in the series so far, though. That was so fun. That was so good. Oh, well, yeah, I loved this week's Jump Week. This was really, really fun. Jump just had a killer week between all this and Hero Academia on top of it. Like, it was a great week. The only thing missing would have been if we would have had One Piece, but sadly it was on break. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said before, I'll be adding some more series when I have time, but I have a bunch of other videos and things that I need to work on right now. So, catching up to other stuff is kind of taking a back seat right this moment, but things I'd like to add, I'd like to add Marshall whenever I get time to catch up to it. Magu-chan God of Destruction's another strong maybe whenever I can catch up, and definitely Spy X Family when I can get caught up to that too. But yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you like the video, comment down there, tell me your thoughts on any of these, or my thoughts and reaction, or any of that. Whatever you want to talk about in the comments, we can talk about. Subscribe for more. Follow on Twitter if you want, or if you want a link to the Discord server, asking, I'll give you one. I'm always really willing and wanting to talk to anybody at any of those places. And if you want to help support the channel on Patreon to help me to continue to make videos, it's patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. But either way, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.